All right, I want to welcome everybody to the very first meeting for this project with our successful applicants. My name is Dr. Shola Adeoye Bakri, but I don't use the Bakri. Just call me Dr. Shola. I am happy that I'm the project manager. I just want to say thank you and congratulations for your success in joining this project. I am going to hand over to the board director to give us an overview of the project. But before then, I just want to ask that you make a commitment to do your very best. This is an opportunity to improve yourself in terms of your economy, to receive empowerment, but you need to put in the effort. You need to work hard. You need to make sure that you do what it takes. So we'll be talking about what we're trying to do on the project, and we'll discuss how we're going to be doing it, the processes, the steps involved. My job here for now is to say welcome, congratulations on making it to this step, and we're looking forward to working with you more closely. All right, so I will welcome, before we take our introductions and get to know ourselves, I will just welcome the board director, Dr. Ima Chima, who will tell us a little bit about what we're trying to achieve with this project so that we have a shared understanding. If you have questions, please keep them till the end. If you look at the chat box, you will see that there's a session for questions. So note your questions and just hold on. If by the time we get to the question and answer session, your questions are not yet answered, then please ask them. On the other hand, you can drop your questions as a chat in the chat box. If you don't know how to use this system, we will also do a bit of guidance. That's part of why we're here. This is an onboarding to teach you how we'll be having our classes and the best way to get the best out of these classes. So please join me to welcome Dr. Ima Chima. Thank you.
Dr. Shola, good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Ima.
Okay. Wasn't quite sure I'll be giving the intro today, so I don't have my slides, but all the same, I think I'm just going to speak from the top of my head. So good evening, everyone.
15 minutes, max, just a few minutes.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to all our participants who are joining us for the first time. It's so good to have you here. We've been looking forward to this day, and I'm so excited to, be kicking off this cohorts of EmpowerHerAbility, which is an inclusive business accelerator for young women with disabilities in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. As far as I know, this is the first of its kind business accelerator, which targets specifically women with disabilities. There are lots of business accelerators, for different purposes, but none that I'm aware that targets women, young and particularly young women with disabilities. So we're really excited that you're the that you'll be commencing this program, and I'm happy to share a bit of what it is about. So basically, you and I know that it's hard to be an entrepreneur. You know, even, I mean, Nigeria has its issues, and a lot of people who are in some form of entrepreneurship or another, are facing lots of challenges in running their business. We also realize that people with disabilities are also capable of engaging in business. And we realize that there are barriers that are keeping people with disabilities away from running sustainable businesses in Nigeria. And because of that, we have this accelerator, this business accelerator, which is designed to assist in overcoming those barriers. The question is, what are some of the barriers? Some of it is training. People need to know what to do to run a business. And a lot of people go into business without having the necessary skills, including people with disabilities. The other thing is, even when you are taught, there's not a whole lot of people out there, on what we call mentors, who can guide you in your business. And lastly, funding can be a challenge as well, and particularly for people with disabilities. Over and above that is the umbrella of social stigma that a lot of people with disabilities face. If you combine all these barriers, you see that it is even more challenging if you're a person with disabilities to be able to run a sustainable business. And so what we're looking at is how to address each of these barriers. So we have training, which is a huge component of this particular project. Entrepreneurship training, which will give you the skills, the knowledge that you need as an entrepreneur. How do you run your business? That's the first thing. The second part of this is mentorship. So after we've trained you on entrepreneurial skills, knowledge, and skills, the intention is to continue to guide you through a series of weekly meetings over a 6-month period. So you'll be paired with people who are knowledgeable in the business sector, and also be taught by people who have excelled in business, who have run successful businesses, so that they can share their wisdom with you and guide you on what to do. And then we will also be looking at guiding you towards funding opportunities and investors. So while this particular project does not give directly funding, but we are going to be working with a lot of people in our network to guide you and lead you to where you can get funding and help you also access that funding as much as possible. So we're addressing the barriers on a business level, but also I mentioned earlier that there's also the issue of societal stigma and even policies that are not favorable to people who have disabilities in the business space. So there is a component of this program that looks at advocacy engaging with government and corporate stakeholders, so people both in the government and private sector, who will be of assistance in helping us to detangle some of the policies that are hindering people with disabilities from accessing finance, but also establishing and running successful businesses. So there will be an awareness component where we have campaigns, where we inform people about the project, but also share the stories of those who are participating in the project and are also beneficiaries of this project. We want to tell your story, but not through our own lips or through our own voices or through our own lens, but we want to tell the story the way you would have told it. So we're helping you to amplify your voice, not just on social media, but where decision makers can hear and understand what the barriers are. So in short, that is a summary of what this project is about. And I hope that each one of you that has been selected for this project will be serious about it so that you can get the best from it. We've selected about 50 participants, and we're hoping that each one of you will engage and learn from this project. The skills, the knowledge, the skills, and all that you need to be able to launch yourself in the business world. Even if you do run a business already, this will make you a better business person and teach you things that you don't already know. So I'm going to ask that each one engage and make sure that you get the best from this. So I'm wishing all of you, I'm congratulating all our participants for being selected, and I wish all of you the very best in this program. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Shola.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ima. A round of applause for her. Thank you. So we're going to go into introductions now. I'm going to call your name so that it will be a bit orderly. You will tell us your name, where you are living, where you are located, and what you do or your business idea if you are not yet doing anything in business. I will call your name so that to be orderly. When you are called, please tell us your full name, where you live, and your business or your business idea. If you have the ability to, it would be good to also undo your video. So I would take off my video. The only person we really like to have their video on is the sign language interpreter. So you show us your face so that we get to see you before, when you finish, you shut down or you seal off the video again, and then I'll call somebody else. I hope that is clear. So I will start with the successful applicants, and then we'll go to the members of the project team and the facilitators. So can we have Alabede Janet? Alabede Janet. Please, let's meet you.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello, good evening, madam. Can we see your face?
So I'm sorry you cannot see my face because of where I am is very dark.
Okay, please go on.
Okay, my name is Alabede Janet. I live in Abuja, Kurudu to be precise, and I'm into printing and sales of recharge card and other food items. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Alabede. I hope I'm calling it well. Alabede. Okay. All right. Thank you, and you're welcome. Damilare Odumosu. Damilare Odumosu. Dropped out. Okay. I can't see the person anymore, so maybe network happened. Ene Egu. Ene Egu, please go ahead.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is, okay, my name is Egu Ene. Sorry, I didn't get the requirement. My network was breaking.
Okay, so I said, please let us know where you live, what you do, or what you are planning, your business, the business you are into, or the business you are, idea that you have if you are not yet in a business.
Okay, ma. So my name is Egu Ene. I live in Nyanya here. And what I do is palm oil business. So I buy and sell. I buy and resell.
Okay.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's have Esther Isaac Chidera.
Hello, good evening, ma. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Esther Isaac Chidera. A woman with physical disability. Currently, I run a poultry, although a very small one, and I also have a small farm. I have a garden at my backyard, and I have a vision of becoming a very successful and great farmer in future. I have a lot of story behind that, what propelled me into going into farm business. Although I studied linguistics in university, but I later found interest in becoming a farmer because of some circumstances that pushed me to. So right now, I'm still a petit farmer. Thank you very much.
Lovely meeting you, Madam Esther. Can you tell us where you live?
I live in Kubwa, Abuja.
All right. Nice meeting you, and you're welcome.
Thank you, ma.
Okay. Can we have James Igwe Blessing? James Igwe Blessing. James Igwe Blessing, can you hear us? Okay, please go ahead. You have to unmute.
She there. I'm not seeing her. She's a deaf.
Yes. Okay. Yes, she is. I can see her video.
Okay, let me. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Blessing. Yes, sir. Blessing Igwe. Okay. I live at where you live. I live at where is it? type it. Can you type it? Hey, hello, ma. Hello,
Yes,
can you hear me?
challenge. Yes, we can hear you.
I'm trying to tell her to type it in the chat box. It's not
Okay.
visible. Her hand is short.
But she can hear me.
I'm not hearing her. She's not even signing.
Yeah, if Blessing, if you are trying to, she lives in Lugbe, you can type in the chat box
Let her type.
and or you can unmute if you want to. All right.
Can we unmute her from here because it seems like she's communicating?
Yeah. I'm not the host, so I can't unmute her.
Let me then make you the host, please.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Kara, go ahead and
Say
speak.
welcome, Blessing. We didn't really get you. I really wanted to know what business you are
you?
into. So if you can chat, if you can type,
Okay, I can
if you
chat.
can type it, or if you
No,
can
are
try to
you?
say, I feel like you are able to.
Okay. Okay, ma.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Okay. Good evening,
Blessing.
everyone.
Okay, good
My
evening,
name is
everyone.
Silver Blessing.
My name is Igwe Blessing.
My name is Silver Blessing. I'm a university player on the chorus. I do disability or the chorus for people with disability. I can't do something really. I'm sorry. My network is banned. Okay, sorry. Let me go ahead. Okay. I'm a university, my presentation and it is to play me and the chorus. I am a professor and I invented the chorus. Because I am very passionate
Okay.
in creative and entrepreneurship. I started to present 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And before now, I've been moving forward and doing very well. I'm doing very well. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Well, I heard that she's into entrepreneurship and she's very passionate about creative things. But I wasn't very sure exactly what business she is in. So if she can type that for us, that will be very helpful. But you are welcome, Blessing.
Please, can I help her and say the part that I heard? Sorry, ma. Blessing Igwe. Please, can I help her and say the part that I heard? She said she's an event planner.
See that Damilare Odumosu is his partner. Network is bad on her. Yeah, network is really bad, Blessing, and going, coming and okay, it looks like even my own network was really bad.
Breaking.
I was thrown out. Can we move on then? Okay,
Guys,
Victor, please,
Salamatu.
if my network acts up again, you take over.
There is Salamatu Mohammed.
Victor, can you take over, please?
Okay.
Shola, we can hear you.
We can
Okay.
hear you, ma'am.
Okay, because I just came in and I was hearing Salamatu, so I don't know. But please, I asked for Damilola Damilare Odumosu. Damilare Odumosu. So please, let's get to know you.
Good evening, everyone. Please, can you make her to be, I mean, visible? Can you make her to be visible? I mean, to bring her on the screen. Hello, ma.
It's from your end. You need to click on her so that you
Okay,
can
I
see
need to clear.
very well.
Yes, because
So you
we can see her very well.
Yes, I can see her very well. So you need
We
to
can
click
see
on her.
Salamatu, we can see Damilare, we can
Yes.
see you. So you
Yes.
need to click something on your side.
It's not that I'm not seeing her, but the other time you brought Blessing up.
No, it was because she was talking that she came up. But I can see that she's signaling to you very clearly, but I don't know sign language.
Yes, yes. Okay. My name is Damilare. Yes. Continue. My father's name. Okay, I'm a fashion designer. Okay.
Oh, good.
I live at, okay, let me see. Where are you? Yes. Kurudu. Okay, I live at Kurudu in Abuja. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Damilare Odumosu. Good to know. You live in at Kurudu in Abuja and you're a fashion designer. Welcome to the group. Nice to have you here. I'm taking it alphabetically, so we're moving on to Khadija. Khadija, please, let's know you. Khadija, are you here? All right, we'll come back to her then. Ladi Gimba, are you here? Ladi Gimba.
Yes, ma. I'm here.
Please, let's
Yes,
know
ma.
you and what you are into.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Ladi Gimba. I'm a person with albinism. I'm a fashion designer, though I can sew very well, but I don't have a shop. Sometimes I go to my neighbor's shop. If I have any little opportunity to sew for anyone, I'll go to her shop and use her machine and sew and get my money. So that's what I do for now. Thank you, ma. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, Ladi, so sorry. I
Yes,
forgot that I said myself and I was welcoming you. You're welcome, Ladi Gimba, the fashion designer. Nice to
you, ma.
have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's move on
Thank
to Mary Lauren. Mary Lawrence, are you here? Mary Lawrence. All right, let's move on to.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, she's here.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Mary.
My name is Mary Lawrence. I live at Duse Alaji.
Okay.
So I sell bedsheets and material like Ankara and plain materials.
Okay, so you sell materials like Ankara and all that. You're welcome, Mary. Nice to have you here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, someone was talking. I was trying to get to see who it was. But I think the network has thrown her out. All right. Okay, yeah, were you the one talking? She's about Precious. Okay, Khadija says she's here. Do you want to tell us where you live and what you do, Khadija? You can use the chat box if you are more comfortable with that. While we wait on her, let's move to Perpetua. Perpetua Ada.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Is it my turn? I heard my name.
Yes, it's your turn. Please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm by name Okiachizaba Precious. I live in Kwali.
Vale.
I'm currently into popcorn making and selling. And I also intend going into fashion designing and hair making. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Precious Chizoba Okeya. You're welcome. Khadija typed in the chat box that she is a farmer and her location is Mukogoma. You're welcome, Khadija Yusuf. Oh, I can see James Igwe Blessing typed, I'm an event planner and decorator and I live in Lugbe, Abuja, and a lot more. You are very welcome, Blessing Igwe James. Queen Christopher, are you here? Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm by name Christopher Queen Odede, and can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. I'm Christopher Queen Odede. I live in Guzope, close to AYA here in Abuja, and I'm into aqua farming, that's fish farming, and I'm aspiring to have a rice farm and also to become a person with disability that is into tech. I want to become a front end developer. Thank you very much. And also, I sell school bags, lunch balls. Yeah, those are the things I am into for now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Queen Christopher Odede. Glad to have you here as the future tech person, amongst other things. You're very, very welcome. Let's see now. Salamatu. Salamatu Mohammed. You're welcome. Is she signing? Oh, she has left. Oh, she was here just now. She's here. Good.
My name is Salamot. My father's name is Mohammed. And okay, here you live. My business is fashion designing, and I live at Kat- Katampe. Katampe. Now I wish to improve my business. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. What business is Salamatu in? I didn't get that part.
Fashion. She's into
Oh,
fashion
she's a
design.
fashion. You're welcome, Salamatu. Glad to meet you. You're welcome. The fashion designing. Rashida Tawhid Isa. Rashidat. Rashidat, are you here? Okay. Somebody also dropped in the chat box. Sada to Aliu Adam. She's into baking and catering. She's also a stylist, a hairstylist. She lives in Kubwa. You're welcome, Sada too. Nice to have you here. Let's see now. So it's Techno KM5 that's signaling, and I need to know her name.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, that's what? Techno Spark?
Paul.
Okay, Techno Spark 4. Please
Yeah,
go
good
ahead.
evening.
Good
My
evening,
name is Mary Mekanu.
Mary
Mekanu, yes. I base in Buari. I'm into selling of drugs. I own a small chemist. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome, Mary Mikano.
Excuse me. That lady is still talking. Techno. Techno. Wait. So her name is
You can go ahead with her and interpret for us.
okay. Ine na Okwara.
Ine na Okwara.
That is what she spelled for me. Ine na Okwara. And then your business. Which trade? Which trade? Which one? She said trade. I don't understand which trade. Ine na Okwara. Okay, Okpa. Sorry, I'm not seeing her very well. Her hand is not, it's not balanced. Okay, I'm not seeing what she's saying.
Okay. I think others are even trying to. Can she type it in the chat box?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Hi, Nena. Can you put it in the chat box? So iPhone, you can't hear your name because your name is iPhone. So you will see that I've called all the people that put names, or almost all of them, and I'm now going to the ones that did not put names. So iPhone, please go ahead. Let's know you.
Okay. My name is Vivian Nwabeze Emmanuel. I live based in Abuja, Marabanyanya Axis.
Vivian,
And
what?
Ma?
Please, could you say your name again? Vivian.
Nwabeze Vivian Emmanuel.
Easy. Please go on.
Okay. I based in Abuja within Nanya and Maraba axis.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a small business owner. I'm into clothing.
All right. You're into clothing. You sell clothing, or you
Yes,
make clothing.
I sell.
You sell clothing. All right.
Yeah,
You're welcome, Wabuizi Emmanuel. Glad to
thank
have
you.
you. I can see Juliet Chinyere Oji.
Yes, ma. Good
What do you
evening.
do? Good
Good evening,
evening.
ma. My name is Juliet Chinyeroji. I'm based in Lugwe,
Okay.
Federal Housing. Yes. I'm into small scale business, into buying and selling palm oil.
Okay. Palm oil. So we have 2 palm oil sellers. You're welcome, Juliet.
Thank
Glad
you,
to
ma.
have you here. I didn't hear Perpetua. I know I called her, but I don't think she answered. Perpetua, are you here now? Perpetua, Ada. She's still muted. Perpetua, Ada. All
Can
right,
anybody
so
hear me?
yes, we can hear you, please. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening. My name is Perpetua Ada Anyang. I reside in Nyanya, in Abuja here. I'm into production of natural spices and natural oil. I'm also into telecom service business, selling of data, airtime, cable subscription and electricity subscription. I also run trainings too for those that want to learn.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much, Perpetua Ada. It's so nice to meet you. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Nena Opara, you're a trader in what? You're welcome. Just to reiterate, a trader in what? Because everybody is a trader in one thing or the other that's here. It would just be nice to know your line of business. I think I have called, okay, Vivian Ngoka. I have not called you. Vivian Ngoka, are you here? If you cannot, for some reason, for different reason, whatever reason, talk, you could type in the chat box. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Vivian, I can see your video is on, but I can't see. Okay, fantastic.
Okay, good evening, ma. Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Sorry, my environment is a little bit noisy because I'm on transit. I'm Vivian Ngoka, a person with albinism, located in Jigawa State. I'm a midwife by profession and into agriculture. I buy grains sometimes. I store and resell. Then I'm wanting to have a small chemist, a small shop where I can be able to sell some drugs that I can and also treat people with maybe minor ailments. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Vivian Ngoka. I think we need to get back to you because I'm hearing Jigawa. So we'll talk when we finish the class. You are welcome. Glad to have you here. All right, I think that is it for all the successful applicants that I can see from my own side. Is there any successful applicants that I have not called or your name has not been mentioned? We have not acknowledged you in this place. There are a bit more people than this number that's where we are expecting. So I'm sure by the next meeting, we'll have to talk to those that will be joining us for the first time. But we're going to go ahead with the number, about 20 of you that we have here so far. Before we continue, I want to call on the project team to, I've introduced Dr. Emma Chima, She's the head of the board. And so she's very much interested in what we are doing here. So you see a lot of her going forward. I've talked about myself. My name is Shola Adeoye Bakri, and I'm the project manager. So you will see me quite a bit as well. The person that is the experts, the SLI, sign language interpreter, is Madam Funke or Sadari, right, Madam Funke? You're muted.
Yes, Oshadari.
Or Shadari. Yes, you will see her a bit, or one of the members of her team as well when she's not able to be here. So she's very key for the success of getting communication across. I will call, as I see on the list, Caleb Smith. Please go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do, and let people know you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Sorry, my place is dark. The camera cannot be seen because of the darkness. My name is Caleb Okwe. I am the finance manager for the project with Empower to Thrive Development Initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb. Let's move on to Damilola Odukoya.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Damilola Odukoya. I am part of the faculty for the training. Nice to meet you all. Excited to be on this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Dami. Nice to see you. Delight Akinsoya.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to be here. My name is Delight Akinsoya, the social media manager at Empower to Thrive Development Initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Delight. I'm going to skip one big fish like this that we have and move to... I thought I saw Blessing just now. Okay, but I can't see her again. That her network is acting up. Okay. Okay, so I will go to Eno Udongo.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's nice to finally meet everyone, and I hope the whole process will be successful. I am the operations manager for Empower to Thrive Development Initiative. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Eno. Glad to have you here. Let me go to Victor DG. Go ahead, Victor.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shela. Good evening, everyone. My name is Victor DG, the MIA advisor for this project on Empower to Thrive, and I'm so glad and happy to have you all. So you're welcome. Thank you.
What's M&E? What's M&E,
Over for
Victor?
me.
M&E, monitoring and evaluation. So that's our monitor, ensuring that we're keeping to track on all that we plan to do is what we are doing. Thank you, Victor. Once again, I saw Blessing just now and I can't see her again. Maybe when she eventually comes online, I'll get her to introduce herself. But Blessing is the person that a lot of you will have already interacted with, sent emails, sent messages on the WhatsApp. She might even have called some people to follow up on the emails that were sent out. Blessing Zaka, I hope I got that pronunciation correct, is the project officer for Empower to Thrive Development Initiative. This is not all of us. We still have some other people that will join us as the classes roll on, from Jonah Ped, people from Mimi Jane Foundation. But for now, this is the people that we have in this onboarding session. Before I close, I need to ask one big fish to introduce himself. So I'm going to ask Mr. Dotun Akisende to please let us know who he is. He's a very big fish, so note that name.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shola. I don't know what a big fish is, but what I know is that for everybody on this class, we are going to be meeting a lot. You are going to be seeing me very, very regularly. My name is Dotun Akinsende. I am primarily I'm a pharmacist, but that's not the reason why I'm here. I'm here because I also am a trained entrepreneur. I actually won the Global Entrepreneurship Bootcamp Prize of 2016 in the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where I came best in a global competition. And I've also been involved in entrepreneurship both in Nigeria and outside the country. And not just that, I've been involved in launching new products in Nigeria, probably up to 40 times. I've also been involved in mentoring several Nigerian businesses, and that has turned many of those businesses have become very, very successful. I have a passion to seeing people's businesses prosper and flourish, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, where we are. And I also have a strong passion for the groups that are, the different groups of people that do not have the same advantage as others, for which people with disability fall. So I look forward to a more inclusive society and having many of us develop our businesses and develop our successful businesses. I was excited when I heard a farmer who wants to have big giant farms. I could feel a dream already. I'm sure by the time we are halfway into this class, everybody's dream will have expounded and you will see the world literally as your terrain. Thank you so much once again, Dr.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm very, very happy to have you here indeed. Let me see. Somebody said we hadn't called her. Mariam Yahaya, do you want to tell us about yourself before I hand over to the next person? Mariam Yahaya, can you talk now?
Yes, but my network is bad. I do not hear what.
We just want to know you, Miriam. Where do you live? Your full name, where you live, and what do you do?
My name is Mariam Yaya. I'm living at Abaji.
Okay.
I have a small business. I sell provisions.
Okay, okay. Very good. If at any time you feel your network is not, you're trying to talk, we can't hear you, and this goes for everybody, please type in the chat box. The purpose of the meeting today is to kind of teach you how to use this Zoom platform. So we're going to have some sessions where you'll be you will be told, things to highlight and how to do that, particularly for people that might need to be reading what we are saying as we are saying it, or people that don't even know where the chat box is, something as, or basic stuff to help you. If by the time we finish this session, you are not quite clear on anything, please remember what I said at the beginning. You can type your question in the chat box or you jot it down. And when we finish during the question and answer session, we will take all the questions and answer them one by one. One by one. There's no point joining us if we cannot, you don't understand and you don't even ask any question. You have missed out. This is different from when we're children. This is adult class. But because we don't want people interrupting the class and then things become lengthened, we pass the 2 hours that we have said. We want you to do it in an orderly way. Either you drop the question in the chat box as it occurs to you, or you wait till the question and answer time, then you ask your question. That will make it more orderly. So without much ado, I want you to join me in welcoming Madam Eno. Udongo, who is going to take us through the accessibility tools orientation. Just for about 15, 20 minutes max. Please go ahead. Over to you, Eno.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session for accessibility tools, and my colleague Victor will be handling the session. So Victor, I hand over to you. You can continue from here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So I'll be helping to speak on this aspect. So my name again is Victor. So we're just going to just go through these few things that just a way of preparing us, getting ourselves familiarized with the Zoom meetings, which we'll be using majorly for the virtual class. So there are key things that I want to draw your attention to. Number one, I believe you already seen our interpreter, Funke, which is on the screen. Those of you who are familiar, who have seen her, I know you are. You just indicate for me by raising up just a hand to let me know that you have, or a clap or anything, a reaction to help me understand that you have seen the interpreter, which is Funke, on the screen. So number two thing that I want to also bring to your notice is that beneath the, if you are using your phone, there are options that are, let me call it, there are menus below. You see, okay, somebody said they cannot see her. Is she pinned? I think she is, she's pinned. Okay, that's good. So I think your camera now, they are seeing your face now. So they didn't see your face before. So now I think they are seeing your, even me now, I think I'm seeing your face now, more clearer. Okay, so one of the, okay, same here. If you cannot see her,
Hello,
you
sorry,
cannot see her.
it's the hand. It's my hand that is most important. So
Yeah, I understand. So I don't know what I mean. I want to understand what they say that they cannot see you. Maybe maybe you are not pinned or so, but I think you should be pinned.
Yeah, she needs to be
Yeah,
pinned. She's not pinned
yeah,
correctly.
or spotlighted. Okay, so I think she will be pinned.
Shola, can you pin her? I think you're the host.
Done already.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Dr. Shola. So I believe you can see her now. No, you don't need to see me. The interpreter is a lady that you need to see, not me. So I'm not the one that you should see. I think you need to see the interpreter, Miss Funke, which is the major person that is interpreting for sign language. Okay, so that's good. That's good. She's pinned now. So I think you should be seeing her fully on your screen right now. Okay. So so the first thing we're talking about, which is the interpreter, the sign language person, just to help aid for those who need the guide for a sign language. And I think you can see her now. Now, the next thing I want to bring your attention to is there's a menu below your phone, on your phone. You see the menu there. There's something called Show CC. If you have seen it, Show CC. So that is a closed caption. So it helps you when you click on it. It helps you bring out the title. So if somebody is talking, it's bring out in a writing form where you can read it, especially for those who are also in need of if they cannot really see the sign language person, but they can read through. So once somebody is talking, it brings out the titles, it shows the write-ups. And there's also what is called the live transcription. So it's a real-time text speech. There's another thing for those who are familiar with their phone and that they have done what's called, they have gone through their phone, they have what's called accessibility. So there's a software called TalkBack on your phone, which helps you to, it takes each details on the phone, turn it to speech so that you can hear, so that you can hear every details of what is happening on the screen. So if you don't know how to do that, please help me. I don't know how you can send us a chat. We'll have to reach out to you so that we can provide that guidance on how you can activate it on your phone and also get those softwares on your phone so that it will be easier as you make do use. And also we have the live, we have the chat box, which I know many of you have already been using it already. So you can drop your comments, you can drop your questions on the chat box. So this will help you be able to reach out to us so that we can also respond quickly and audibly on time. Okay, so there's another thing that I also want to talk about also is the keyboard navigation. So you have the control zone fully without a mouse. For example, so there's a navigation on the keyboard where you can be able to zoom in and zoom out in case maybe there's for example, maybe if the facilitator is doing a presentation and there is a need for you to see one of the things that is making emphasis on. So you can use your phone through the keyboard to zoom in and zoom out. So you just put your two hands on your keyboard and you zoom. Okay, she's showing us there. Then there's also we call the screen magnifier support in the Zoom, so that you can have access to it. If you look at the end,
Hello, sorry, Victor, to interrupt. You know, you're going through a lot of information at once. I'm not sure that the people that need to follow you are following you right now, because I'm wondering if you won't allow for a demonstration. So for instance, Madam Funke is holding a phone, but the people that she's showing it, I'm not sure they have seen what they need to see on the phone. Do you understand me? So is it possible that we slow down and take it a little bit slower so that people can follow and actually wait to see? So I'm wondering whether the people who are deaf are actually following what you're saying, because there's a lot of information that has been passed through now, and I'm not sure Madam Funke has had the time to interpret every single thing to them. Yes. So somebody sent a message here saying that I can't see her. The interpreter is still not visible and my eye is starting to pain me from too much reading. Okay. That's Khadija. Okay. Khadija, I'm assuming she's one of the deaf. Okay. Madam Funke, is she one of the deaf, Khadija?
I only know two of them, Salamatu, Odumosu, Damilola,
But there were some
Blessing.
others earlier. There's a lady here called Khadija. Khadija, are you, I don't know if she can hear me.
She's not even on her video. I can't see her.
Khadija, okay. So, I know, I can see Nena.
Okay, Inena, yes, Inena is a deaf.
Okay, but there's a lady, yes, Khadija said
Yeah,
she's
is
deaf.
yes.
But others
So
singing.
Khadija, can you put on your video? Please type a message to her. Help me type a message. Khadija, can you put on your video?
I've typed it already.
Okay.
She hasn't responded. Does she know where the video is? Khadija, do you know where the video is? Okay, fantastic. She has put on.
This is the first
Okay,
time
so
she's on.
Khadija, now we can see you. Good. Now, can she see Khadija?
Can you see Madam Funke now, Khadija? Because she's pinned
Can
up.
you see the now? There was another lady that was speaking earlier. She can speak, but I can tell she's partially deaf. I think either she wears a hearing aid or something.
Blessing Igwe.
Blessing Igwe, yes. So right now, Shola, you're the one who is pinned at the top. Or you're the one who is bigger. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not pinned at all. I pinned.
Well,
okay,
okay, but you're the one I can see that's bigger on the screen.
Okay, so it's you and Madam Funke that are up. Victor, can you confirm from your end, please?
So I think it's only Funke
Okay.
on my own screen and Kaji that are up for me.
Okay, I'm assuming I'm saying something. Each person has to pin her, that's Madam Funke, on their own screen to see her well. So, Madam Funke, can you please explain to them that they should go to your name on the list? Tell them which one, Funke SLI, and click on the 3 buttons and then click on pin so that they can pin you on their screen and can see you.
They are trying to do it.
Please, let's allow them some time because this is really what they need to be able to see her well. They have to pin on their own screen.
So if they are using their phone, they can double tap Funke's image. It will be big in their if they're using their phone, they can double tap Funke's video. It will just be the whole thing on their screen.
Salamatu is saying me.
It's not, there are others, Madam Funke. It's not just Salamatu. Maybe she has pinned you on her screen, but others have not. So we need to make sure that they do that. So right now, please confirm from each one because they have put off their videos one by one. They ask them, those who have pinned you should indicate that they have pinned you. They can type in the chat box or they can raise their hand or whatever to say whether they have pinned you.
No, la soñaña. Don't.
Oh, speak.
Good evening. I don't join the group.
Somebody is speaking, please. Thank you. Khadija? Has Khadija been able to do it? I can
Good
see
evening,
she's
everyone. I just joined the group now. Victoria Enegute.
okay.
Okay, you're welcome. Please hold on.
Welcome.
We'll call you later. Let's understand. We're already teaching.
Stop it.
Please, if you're not speaking, kindly mute yourself so we don't hear you speaking to other people.
I'm even muting them as they're talking.
Okay. Okay, let me type a message to Khadija.
Good evening, everyone. I just joined the group now. Victoria Enegute.
Madam Victoria, you're welcome, but you can't cut in because we're already teaching. So we will talk to anybody that joined now. We will talk later. They're already teaching, so just listen.
Network has been disturbing.
No problem. Listen and learn. And then at the end, we'll now take people that just joined. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Madam Funke, can you confirm with Khadija that she can see you now?
She has off her video. I can't see her again. Let me try.
Confirm from Nenna that is just on whether she can see you. Okay, I've asked,
Hello, ma.
Khadija said no. I don't know. Maybe we need to help her later.
Later, yes.
Okay, but others, are they seeing? I've just typed to Nenna now. Blessing. The blessing, what was that other lady's name? There was another lady who who was here earlier. I can't see her. Blessing Igwe.
Much blessing, Nena. Blessing.
Huh? Okay, Nena confirms she can see you. Blessing, can you see her? I've just sent her a message. Please communicate with Blessing. Blessing is on the screen. She can see you. She put on her video. Yeah, Miriam Yahaya. There's another person called Miriam Yahaya. Let's confirm whether she can see you. Please, Blessing, type in the box. I sent you a message on the box. I don't know.
I don't think Miriam is not a deaf. I'm not sure. If Dr. Shala can group them, so all the deaf, so that we have a platform.
Madam Funke, we can't group them in this call. They can only, the important thing is that they see you and that unless you're talking about outside this session.
Yes, that is it.
Okay. Please, Victor, back to you.
Victor, you might have to go over what you've just done again. Hello, Victor, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear. I think I can hear you now.
Okay, my network is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay. So we have to go all over again. I think Funke is paused. Her video is not. I don't see any movement. I don't know. Is it from my side?
She's moving. I can see her. But she's not interpreting. That's the thing. She's not interpreting at the moment.
I want to use my phone. So as he's explaining, I'll be
Okay.
showing them. That's why I brought out my phone.
So I'm just gonna go over again. But this time, okay. So I'm gonna go all over again, but I'm gonna go a little bit slower. Um, but I also try to be time conscious at the same time. So, okay, yes, I can see. All right, so that's good. That's good. Mariah, yeah, that's good. Okay, so first, like I started with, I said that the first thing is we want to identify our sign language person, which I think Dr. Ima has really taken time with Ms. Funke to go through that now. So if you're having issues, if you're using your phone, just locate Funke's picture or video and double tap. It will be the only thing that you'll be seeing as the major on your screen. And if you're using your laptop, there's a three button on top that you can click and you select, you pin only Ms. Funke's video alone. Now, I've also talked about what they call TalkBack. So that is an app that is available on your phone. So that TalkBack is majorly the aid for those who need to hear whatever is happening on the virtual training. So it's you find it on accessibility tool, which is on your phone. You go to your settings on your phone. You look you search for accessibility. Under accessibility, the first thing that we show is TalkBack. So if you're using an Android phone, you see it. If you're using a Samsung phone, you see it. If you're using an iPhone, you also see it there. So once you see that TalkBack, you click, you activate it. It's going to be automatically activated. So everything that happens on your phone, once you tap the phone, it will voice out everything that is happening on your phone. So it's just like a touch. When you give a touch on the phone, it tells you whatever text is, whatever thing that is there. All right. So that is that. Then another thing I want to tell you, another tool that will be very, very useful for you is if you look at below your screen, you see a menu where you have the mic, you see the video, you see the participants, you see the chat, you see reaction, you see share. So there's what's called CC, it's called show caption. So that one is very important. It's more like as I'm talking now, is a live transcript. So it's be showing you it's going to be writing out what I'm saying, as I'm communicating. You're going to be seeing it in the writing form on your screen. So it will be easier for you to be able to read through what I say or what the facilitator will be saying throughout the training. Now, there's also another features that is also good for you. It's called the live chat. So if you see, the live chat is also at that menu I mentioned. After you see your mouth, the mic, you are going to see the start video. You're also going to see the participants. You also see the chat. You see reactions shared. So that chat is where you use as dropping maybe concerns or questions or maybe a need. You need whatever things that you want to say. You can drop it there, which will be easier for me to respond to you real time, to ensure that no one is left out. Okay. Please, I want to be sure that we're being carried along so that I will not miss anybody along the line. Now, I saw a chat. Somebody said,
Madam Funke, we can't see you again. No. I'm busy from my side.
Light just off, NEPA.
oh,
Victor, hold on, please. So what do we do now?
Let me move out.
Okay, thank you. Aha. Go on, Victor.
okay. So there are other things. I think I saw somebody said, I'm looking at the screen and my eyes is paining me. So I'm going to provide just a little guidance for such a case of incapacity whereby you have been looking at your screen very, very long time and you begin to find out your eyes are paining you, maybe it can be as a result of the lightning on your phone, the lightning on your phone. So if you are using a phone, or you're using I'm going to let me explain for the phone aspect first. So if you go to your phone, if you just on top of your phone, when you flip it down, there are settings that are up there. There's an icon I want you to look for, which is you see it's called dark mode. It's written there, dark mode. All you just need to do is just to click it, just tap on it. Automatically the light ray on your phone will be reduced, or you can reduce you can reduce the light ray on your phone. So there are two things that the lights, you can reduce the lightning, or you use the dark mode so that it will reduce the level of light into your eyes. So you can also have to see, for those who, because of the length of the hour of the time that will be training, there's also a feature called eye protection. I don't know, everybody's phone.
Understand the
If you're
difference.
using okay, there's the eye protection
What
too.
they say
You can
remote.
click on the eye. Hello, you can click on the eye protection to also protect your eyes from. Somebody is talking, so I don't know whether he's asking question.
Please, this Infinix 08, I keep muting you, you keep unmuting yourself. You can't be talking when the person that's talking, you'll be distracting everybody. Please, anything you want to say, just hold on until we're finished, please. Infinix 08, please. Don't unmute until we're finished.
Okay. So we have, like I said, the eye protections. You see it up there on the phone, depending on the kind of phone you are using, but every phone is available. Then if you are using the laptop, you see beneath there's a menu bar on your laptop. On the right side of your laptop, you are going to see some options, some icons there that will be showing. You see where you have the internet, the volume, you see where you have your battery, there's also where you see the date and time, depending on how your operating system is. But when you click on the aspect that where you see your internet, the volume, and the battery, once you click on it, it will take you to display a lot of things there. You see, one of the things that I want you to really pay attention is the accessibility there. Once you click on that accessibility, it's going to show you a lot of things. Options number one, the vision. It's going to show you hearing. So all you just need to just activate whichever one you want to use. You just activate it. You just click on it. Maybe it's off now. You just turn it on. There's the magnifier. There's the navigator. There's a color filter. For hearing, there's live captions. There's minor audio. There are different things that are there. There's motor and mobility there also. So depending on how the operating system your laptop is using, there's the voice access, there's the sticky keys. So depending on what you want to use, so all you just need to do is just to turn it on. Just turn it on. It will go a long way for you. Now, another thing that will also be made available for us as we progress is a custom text size. So we are adjusting the font size of each of the writer that will be displayed so that it will become more bigger, so that for those who need to see it clearly, it will be clear. So each text that will be used on the slides will be bigger so that you can see it well, and you can also be able to read it very well. Okay. So I'm going to pause here. Maybe if you have a question you want to ask me, any other thing, then we can address it. Maybe you have a concern, that we can address it to help you out. So I'm going to take a pause here and welcome any questions or any concern from every participant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Victor. If you have a question, please put your hand up and let's call you. If not, we'll move on. But is it clear? Do we understand everything Victor just spoke now, or is just speaking his own language? Okay,
I think
Mary
I'm not fast.
says yes.
Okay, Maria, yeah, okay.
So because this is what you'll be using for the next about roughly 7 weeks. So you need to have a good understanding. Otherwise, you can't do your tests, you can't submit, you can't ask questions. So it's very, very important. Is there any place you think he should repeat himself so you can better understand? All right.
So I know that will also be available to, if there's any, as we start, anyone that has concerns will also be providing support as the class goes on, so that no one will be left out.
Hello, sorry for interrupting, please. I don't know if he can still keep the directions on the group chat so that whenever we are, whenever we are less busy, we can still go back to the group chat and get more information. Like me now, I'm on transit, so I can barely hear some of the things he's saying. Thank you.
That's a good point, Vivian. Victor,
Yes.
can you do it a step by step for each aspect? And then we'll share it on the community.
Okay, so we'll drop it on the community group. I'll do that.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very good point, Vivian. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to talk a bit about the communication aspects before we finish up for today? Okay, I can see Ladi's hand is up. Please go ahead, Ladi.
Okay, ma. Ma, please, I want to ask Mr. Victor if one don't have this talk back on your phone, is there any way that's... Thank you.
Okay, so there are other softwares that are available. So there is a voice over support. So there's a NVDA. So there are many. So all you just need to do is, okay, let me just give you the easiest way you can get them. There are many of them. So you go to your Play Store. On your Play Store, you just type TalkBack. So it's going to give you plenty options of different softwares. So the first one you see, you just install it. Immediately you install it, it will activate itself. So you can start using it. If you just turn your phone to everything, every text, everything that pops on your phone, it will voice it out to you. So you go to your Play Store, you just type on your Play Store on the search bar, you type TalkBack. It will give you a lot of other softwares that you can use, but the first one that shows up is what you are going to use. So I'm going to also all the names of the ones that are available that can be usable, without not corrupting your phone, so that you can make use of it. I'm going to drop that also. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Do you want to say something about coordination and communication before we close?
Okay, so let me just run through that. So for EmpowerHerAbility, there are key things that are important in terms of we communicating and also coordinating this project, because once you have those two things, it is more easier for it's going to be much more easier for the implementation and success. So there are key things that I want to bring out to your notice that I need you to utilize very effectively. Number one is the WhatsApp group, which I know that everybody's already been added to that WhatsApp group. So it's very, very important. Every information will be dropped there. Communications will be made through that place. So it's going to be easier. Number two things that also will be useful is email. I know many people don't really check their email, but please, I will encourage that as you're on this platform, it would be good to check your emails, because there are some things that will be dropping, sending to you that will need you to respond. Maybe a Google form, maybe a what do you call it, a baseline survey we need to do, or maybe an attendance sheet that we need to fill. So it will be dropped for you. So we expect you to please just fill it. If you don't have, if you don't understand, you lost it along the line, quickly reach out to us on the WhatsApp. We provide guidance for you and ensure that you are on key. So the WhatsApp group is a major platform whereby we'll be providing reminders, on schedules of the meetings, and also we'll be providing what they call some of the tools that will be needed for you so that you can be able to fully maximize the platform. So, and also we are going to be collecting feedbacks from you also. Going to be, you know, way we can do it better. So we need your communication on that aspect. So the WhatsApp group is the key, the email, and I also want to say I don't know whether we're going to be using an SMS, because some of people might not be able to see on time. Maybe the time we send the message on the WhatsApp, their data is not on. So might likely want to also use an SMS to give a little push for those who couldn't view or couldn't respond on time. And also put a call to you, which I know that Blessing has done some call some of you in the course of uh, the week. So the same thing will be, everybody will be calling in times of maybe you miss some notifications to do that. So those are the key platforms: email, WhatsApp, and a call will be, and SMS also be sent to you. So that's the major key things of we're talking about communication and also coordination. Thank you, and over.
Thank you so much, Victor. That was really helpful. This is the first onboarding. We'll still do some more tomorrow, just going over things, checking that people are on course, they understand it. I just want to say that the classes are going to be 4 times a week. We had initially decided, and I think that was what was on your letters, that we'll have 3 times a week, but we want to do this faster so that we can have that is a longer time of mentorship. 6 months of mentorship with people that will be guiding you as you're making business decisions and things like that. So we're going to be having these classes Mondays 6 to 8, Wednesdays 6 to 8, evenings, Fridays 6 to 8, and Saturdays 6 to 8. We will try our best to keep within that time. So I suggest you join, because latest 6:05 we have started. So 6:05, and then by 8 we close up and people go, so that we won't be so tired all the time. So please, let's bear that in mind, especially for people that are like, I'm thinking of, I think it was Vivian that said she's on the way and things like that, so that you need to find a conducive space so that you can get the most out of this session. You need to get the most. You will be taught the theory and guided in the application. But remember that you are the one doing the main work. It is your business. The success will be yours eventually. And we're hoping that you will have a resultant. In fact, by the time we're hitting December, people are coming to tell us how their business has improved dramatically. That's what we're praying for, and that's what we're hoping for, and that's what we're working towards. So please, let's work together. Victor has mentioned that we'll be communicating with emails. Even your letters were sent by emails, and we noticed that quite a number of people did not check their emails. And you want to be in the professional entrepreneurship world, you have to communicate the way the world is communicating. Look beyond the shores of Nigeria in your mind. You have to learn to communicate the way the world is communicating. The world is using emails, a few messages, WhatsApp, a lot of WhatsApp. So now that we have your phone number, we'll be dropping things on the WhatsApp. Don't get so carried away with other things. You don't check this WhatsApp for this period, please. It's quite, it's a good and useful official screen. The short, SMS will be very, very limited, because that will cost us a lot of money to be doing that when we can use other avenues that are freer. We have just about 17 minutes to close in, and we need to, I think questions have been taken, but just in case there are questions, generally people are wanting clarifications on. Please, let's have the questions. Does anybody have any question, general question? This is question and answer time before we close out.
Shala?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Okay. Sorry, I would just like to, I don't know if we talked about, the phases of this training. So the fact that they're going to do this, and then there'll be a selection for boot camp. I don't know if you said anything like that.
By that time, we get more than 100 this thing now. No, even one.
Hello?
It's not even when they
Who is
finish.
this person now? In
Who
Phoenix
is this person
08.
that keeps talking?
He's in Phoenix 08. Over and over and over. We keep saying do not unmute. And they're discussing amongst themselves. Please go
Okay.
on, Emma.
Yes, I was asking whether we've told them about the program itself, like how it's going to happen, the training that is starting, the fact that at a certain point they're going to submit business plans, and that is actually what will get them to the bootcamp. So we've not had any conversation yet, right? On
No,
that.
ma, because we have just about half of the successful applicants here.
Okay, all right.
So tomorrow, we are hopeful that we'll have more, that we can talk about that.
Okay, they're aware of the data?
No, we haven't even mentioned that.
Okay,
But
so
it will
that's, okay, so over to you then.
Okay, so I was going to say this tomorrow, but I might as well say it now. We're going to be sending you a stipend for data allowance, so that you use that to join in. Please note that, let me say it, we'll be sending you a stipend for data allowance to join in.
No, it's the data, not the stipend. Sorry, they're getting it directly.
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, I get. Okay.
Not the stipend.
Yes. So the money, it is a credit. Let me use that Nigerian term. You are getting credit that is data. I hope that makes sense, because I just forgot. It's credited straight into your phone. The data allowance is not going to be giving you, like, you get money to go and buy data. No, it's going straight into your phone. And one of the things Blessing did was to collect phone numbers for everybody. You will now use that for for your calls, these calls that we're doing, as a support. Oh, now I've lost my train of. I was going to say something and I can't remember it. I didn't. Oh, so sorry about that. I mean, when I remember, I'll say it. But I saw a hand go up and then come down. Has the question been answered? Maybe it was the way I said it. Person thought money will be sent to their accounts. No, please. This is for data, please. Aha. The other thing I wanted to stress, when you are joining, you need to put the right name, your name. You need to name that your device. You cannot join and leave it at Xiaomi 2409 BRN 2CA. Who are you? We will mark you as not being here. Mark you as not being here.
Hello.
Which means that you will not get your data allowance, please. So you must name your device, your own name. You see, a lot of people have the names and some people don't. Do you know how to do it, or you don't know how to do it, so that Victor can show us how to do that?
Please, you can teach us. Oh, good evening. Lillian is around.
All right. Okay. Victor, please go ahead. Victor is our guru.
Okay, so I think majorly is even when you are logging in. When you are logging in, once you just click on the device, once you are logging in, it will show you, first of all, you see where you need your name. You need to have your name. Before you even see below, you see the mic and you see the video icon on the below. So that's first period you need to put up your name. That's where you are going to type your name, there. Then another thing again that you can also do, is just that we're using phone. If it's a laptop now, it's easier. You just click on the participants list there. When it opens, you are going to see three dots on your own name. On your own name, you can right click. It's going to show you a three dots. Once you see where you have the name, you just click on that rename and you type in your full name. So those are the two options that I know that you can use. So when you are logging in first, you have to put your name correctly as you are logging in. Then if you have logged in and you're using your laptop, then you can right click. You see 3 dots on your phone. On your name, directly on your name, where you have your. If you didn't see your name, maybe you see the title of your phone there. There's a 3 dots. You just right click on it. You see where they say rename, so you can rename. Put your own name there to go along with. Okay, Damilola, do color your
Oh,
hands
yes.
up.
Yes, I wanted to add that for those using their phones, just go to the participant list. On the participant list, just tap on your device, and you're likely going to be the first name. It will write in bracket me. So just tap on it. It's going to bring you 2 options: lower your hand or maybe raise your hand, then rename. So when you now, you can now click on the rename and you can rename yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Dami.
That's Dami.